Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, Nordy has been notable for some difficult puzzles, but he's posed the question on this one because of how it's been received on Logic Masters Germany, where it was originally published at 2-star difficulty and has reduced, I think, now to 1. And I think the impression I get is Nordy was a bit surprised and would be interested to know from our readers whether this is our viewers, whether this is really approachable or just medium. I mean, let's see. I'm always a bit puzzled by the categorizations on Logic Masters Germany. What I have in my head as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-star difficulties, you can basically subtract 1 from, and that's what it'll get on Logic Masters Germany. I mean, I don't know if that even makes sense, but it's how I see things. Anyway, we will have a go at this in a moment. Rest assured, it's meant to be quite approachable, at least. I mean, let's say that. Now, first of all, don't forget, well, we've had to postpone streaming a bit, mainly because of Simon's poor back. He doesn't want the kind of mouse action for 2 hours until some chiropractor can untrap his nerve. So think of that when you're watching his videos this week. It's quite tough for him. Poor guy. I mean, I literally mean that. Apparently I always sound insincere. I'm trying not to this time. But I do mean it. Now, what else is going on? So streaming hopefully later in the week if Simon's nerve gets untrapped. And we would probably go back to Nurikabi World, which would be good because I have attempted a puzzle, which you will see in a video at some point. But I said in it that we will be streaming tomorrow. So I was planning to release it the day before we're streaming, and I can't do that at the moment. And it's relevant to Nurikabi, that's the point. Now, what else is going on? Well, all of our apps are out there, and they do feature line Sudoku, and there will be some quite approachable puzzles in there. They are kind of star graded as well, so you can check when you get the app and have a go at the ones you can do. And it's great fun. It really helps you sharpen your Sudoku skills. So I recommend the apps. Line Sudoku is the one most relevant today. Fog Sudoku is the latest one. Check it out. Of course, we've got Patreon coming up on the 1st of the month, which is still a few days away. We have got Are You My Mama by the PBN Institute, and that is, I'm gonna misremember, and I should have tried harder to memorize this before, but Panthera has been joined by the Asylum again, but also by Alti Hannah and Jaleb, and Clocksmith has at least provided some wonderful illustrations. So that is the identity of the Paint by Numbers Institute. The theme is number sums puzzles, but there are lying clues within the grids, and it really is very entertaining. Not as hard as Blobs' Hobbit, for which all the solution videos are now up on Patreon for the $3 a month patrons. And there's always loads of content on Patreon, so it's a good thing. There's also our merchandise. There's SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD. Our merchandise includes this lovely mug, which I've got nothing in, which is a mistake, but there we go. I'm always making that mistake. SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD, on the links under the video, check them out. But the first one is To Frolic by Nordy. I would have tried to name it after whatever I thought that shape represented, but maybe it is just a frolic in the grass. Anyway, give it a try. I'm going to go through the rules now. 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and 3x3 box. That's normal Sudoku rules applying. Now, on a region sum line, the blue ones, box borders divide each blue line into segments with equal sums. So this line has 2 segments of equal totals, that one and that one. The other line has many segments. Does it go into every box in the puzzle? It does. And it goes into some of them more than once. So the times it visits box 5, at least, will be 3 separate visits. So this same n for this line will be achieved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times on that line. Intriguing. The German Whispers rule is that adjacent digits on each green line must differ by at least 5, so those two could be 1, 6 or 1, 8, but they couldn't be 3, 7. That's all the rules there are. Give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So, are there any 3-cell segments on this line, this long one? I don't think there are. Okay, so I'm going to move to this row and say, where does 5 go? 5 can never go on a green line because there are no possible neighbours. Now, green lines must therefore alternate between digits that are higher than 5 and digits that are lower. So I'm going to colour some of those green and the others purple. The green was a very obscuring colour there, so I will go orange and purple. Not orange, let's go yellow and purple, that's a better contrast. Now there is another thing about German whispers that I do often do. Oh, the 5 in box 7 has to be in one of those positions, and then the 5 in box 8 in one of those. Now, could 5 really be the N on the long line? It could at the moment. Don't know. Anyway, the other thing I was going to say is that 4s and 6s can be quite difficult to place because they can never go on a green line in a position where they could have 2 neighbours that see each other, like this. If that was a 4, both of those would have to be 9. So there are a number of cells here. All of those cells can't be 4 or 6. I'm going to be crazy enough to pencil mark them with 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 instead. I don't know. I'm not seeing how this is utterly straightforward to get going in. So this is a full set of either low or high digits. This must be yellow in the same scheme because all 4 purples have gone in this row. So now I can colour this line similarly. And look, there's a full set of all 4 yellows. And 2 of them can't be 4 or 6. So one of these 2 is the monogamous yellow digit, 4 or 6. And that means one of these 2 is the extreme digit in purple, is 1 or 9. So that digit can't be extreme. I don't know, that's not really clearing it up. Sorry, I hope you can't hear the drilling. It's from a kind of under the other side of my flat, and a flat that hasn't been worked on in the years when I've suffered drilling, but now it is being. I don't think the works are going to be very extensive there, so I'm not too upset. Now that could be 4 or 6, but then this would be yellow 1 or 9. Now, how many? We've got all 4 yellows. Oh, so I can even mark this line now. That must be purple and that must be yellow. Now we've got all 4 yellows here. That can't be 4 or 6 because its 2 neighbours see each other. That can't be. So the monogamous digit is in one of those, and the extreme purple digit is in one of those. That still doesn't tidy everything up. That is either 5 or purple. I know it's not low from its existence on the blue line, because if it was a 4, you couldn't put 1, 3 on every segment of blue. Now I can't quite work out how we progress here, so do bear with me. Okay, let's colour the 1 cell portions of the long line. Oh, there are at least 4 of them. Yeah, okay, so we'll give them a sharp green colour because it doesn't obscure anything. Then, right, that must be green. Green can't be here because green plus X can't equal green. And green can't be here, so maybe we can fill in all these green digits straight away. It looks like we can. Well, until we get to the bottom 2 rows. One of those 2 is the green digit, and one of those 2. Now, both green digits are either on the line, or both green digits are off the line. If green is a 5, those are both 5s, and both green. So that didn't really add to the sum of human understanding. This line does have a 3-cell segment, but it doesn't have a 1-cell segment. Now I can hear drilling that I think is even coming from somewhere else. And it's probably louder. My street, honestly, you just wouldn't know. Oh, I very nearly coloured this purple, thinking that green is the 5 colour, but not only do I not know that, I'm quite suspicious it isn't. Okay, maybe what I should try and do is prove that green can't be 5. I don't know if that will really help, but if green was 5, obviously this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4 set of 2 pairs adding to 5. Can we find somewhere where that pair would either repeat here or here? And it would be a low pair, so they would become purple. And yellow would be high, so hang on. What was my premise? I can't remember now. I was saying if green was 5. If green was 5, these two would repeat either there or there. They'd form an X-wing, and therefore both would have to be in these cells. And that would prove that the low digits were purple, and the yellow would be the high digits. However, the alternative is that that's not a 5, then that's a high digit and is purple. So annoyingly, that's the other way around. I thought maybe I was proving 2 things that would lead to the same conclusion, and I wasn't. Okay, I'm going to mark these as possibly green, like that. Oh, I don't know. I don't think this is easy. I think this is interesting. Now, where else can we get some information? See, yeah, I mean, my point is, if green, whatever number green is, if it only has 2, like whether it's 5 or 6, it would only have 2 possible makeups in 2 digits. So let's say that was double violet, and this was therefore not able to be violet. That would be the light blue pair. I'm making that the opposite of violet. That would be a light blue pair. This pair, I don't know. Maybe I can't carry that on as a thought. No, I don't know. That didn't quite come to any conclusion. Goodness, I mean, I'm sure this puzzle is very straightforward if you know what to think about, and I'm clearly not managing in that task. Oh, this is the purple 4 or 6. Oh, that's very obvious suddenly. If those are the purple 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9, that is the monogamous digit in purple. Right. This is 1 or 9 because of the green line. Oh, blind. Now, if that is green, it's obviously a 9 because green can't be a 1. Oh, well, that's interesting. Now, this is 1 or 9. This digit is 2, 3, 7 or 8 because it's on the green line, it's yellow, and it can't be the 1 or 9. And also, this is not 1 or 9. This is 2, 3, 7 or 8. This is not allowed to be a 3, 7 pair by the rule. So one of those is 2 or 8, but I don't know which one. These digits are either a set of 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8. Ah, right. Now that's interesting. Here's why I'm finding that interesting. Because either 4 or 6 appears in these yellow cells, in one of those two. And that means one of these two is purple 1 or 9. Well, now purple and yellow 1 or 9 have effectively appeared in box 9 and can't be there. And therefore the green cell, which I've carefully marked everywhere, is not 1 or 9. I now know this cell is not green. And therefore that one is green and that one is green. And they are so potentially 5s. Now, if green is purple, which is still possible in box 6, then it's 6, 7, or 8. This digit now is 5, 6, 7, or 8. If it's 5, it's not purple. If it's 6, 7, or 8, it obviously is. Right, none of those actually can be 6, 7, or 8. No, neither of those can be 6. Because the 1 and 9 in this box, one of them is there and one of them is in one of those cells, so neither can be here. So these are also from 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. I'm really getting myself, so is that one, which sees two neighbours in its box. I feel I'm not advancing now. And I'm not quite getting my head around it. I think this is not a 1-star puzzle, Nordy, even by Logic Masters Germany standards. Now, this is either a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, in which case that's 9. Everything else in the row is then 5, 6, 7, 8. Alternatively, this is 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 1. Green is definitely then 5. Is it? No, it's not. Green could still be 6, 7, or 8. If purple, yes, because green can be purple. If that's 6, 7, 8, 9, unless I can find somewhere where green can't be purple. I can't. I mean, this seems the obvious place, but there might be somewhere else in the puzzle. I can't really see it. Now, this is interesting. Let's say green was 5. This digit sees 4 yellows in the row. In fact, these two are, well, that one can't be 5, so that's definitely high. Now, that's got interesting, and that has solved the problem. That means that green cannot be 5. Maybe this is straightforward, I don't know. But in this row, this cannot be 5 because we can find 5 to one of those cells based on the bottom row. And it sees 4 yellows in the row. So it's definitely purple. Oh. No, this doesn't solve the problem because purple can be low. I was thinking for some reason that had to be high and that therefore the green digit had to be even higher because it's the sum of those two. But I haven't got the right to say that. This one, this is a green and a 5 and a yellow between them. So this is a yellow and a purple. This is a 5 and a purple between them. That one's a definite yellow. 5 and a purple here. And these two are 5 and purple as well. Oh, I don't know. Right, if green was 5, purple is low, and that's also low. And then all of these digits along the line would all be purple in every place where there's a 2-cell line. So if green, a 2-cell part of the long line, if green was 5, all of the digits I've got highlighted would be purple. Now, does that break any row, column, or box by having 5 purples? Do you know what? It doesn't. It makes it terribly likely to me that green is 5. This is so strange. I don't know. I don't know what I should be focusing on now. It's a very clever puzzle, Nordy. It really is. And it's throwing me for a loop. Come on, Mark. Think about it. Think about it. What have we got? See, the other way to look at it is, what if yellow was low? So we've got these as low. Doesn't every pair of these need a low digit? Well, not every pair, but if you've had 3 lows in this column, these two would have to include 5s or highs. Well, they could include one more low. This one also couldn't be low, so this one would have to be low. Once you've got a digit that is not low, and you're adding to a number that's no more than 9, this is 5, 6, 7, or 8, and this is no more than 9, this must be low. So there would be quite a lot of digits that would suddenly have to be low if yellow was low. That's what I'm thinking about now. These 3 would have to include at least 2 higher than 4, and these 3 would have to therefore include at least 2 low. This is definitely how to think about it a bit. I don't know. Can I prove that yellow is not low by thinking about all of these? Let's just colour them for a second. They're all 2-cell segments on the line. If yellow was low, these must include at least 5 and 6. These must include 2 digits that are at most 4 and 3. I don't know. I'm not seeing... I'm not seeing the clear way of establishing anything. So I'm going back to the thought about green being 5 and trying to disprove that. If green's 5, all of these blue cells are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Obviously, then yellow is high. So that would be, purple would be low. That would be 2 or 3. 4 would have to be in one of the higher cells there, with 1 in one of those. I don't know, I mean, you'd have these pairs adding to 10, or pairs adding to 5, making quads adding to 10. That would be A, B, C, D. That would make this B and C, connecting to A and D here. I can't rule it out. It's so strange. There's got to be a way to make some progress here, and I can't see what it is at all. Okay, go back to the first principles. One of those was 4 or 6, so there was a 1, 9 in one of these pairs. If it was there, that would be 4 or 6. One of these would have to be the same 4 or 6 in that case. It couldn't be here because that would clash with that. But that could be 4 or 6. Oh, I don't know. I'm so stuck. Naughty, what on earth? There must be a simple way through this. This can't be 4 or 6 either because we've ruled out 1 or 9 from there. So the purple 4 or 6 is in one of those 2 cells in box 7. Or maybe there. Can't rule it out. One of those 3 cells. It can't be in this row because of that purple 4 or 6. And we've worked out it can't be in those cells. But the purple 4 or 6 in box 7 is in one of those 2. So now the purple 4 or 6 in box 7 has to be right here. Ah, now that's interesting, because that would, if green was a 5, this would give us a start, wouldn't it? Maybe not really. 4, 1, 5, obviously. That would be 2, 3. That would be 8. So we'd have 4, 1, 2, 3, 8 here. These would be from 5, 6, 7. They couldn't include 9. That's quite interesting. 9 would have to be there. Okay, well, how do I know those 3 can't include 9? Because one of these is yellow 4, 6, requiring these, the extreme digit in purple, to be in one of these two. And along with the yellow extreme digit, 1 and 9 have been used there. So 9 can't be in these cells. If that's a purple 4, that has, oh no, if that's, what I'm saying is if that green is a 5, that is a purple 4, and that must be a 1, and then this is a 2, 3 pair, and that's 8. That must be 9. That would have to be 5, 6, 7. That would become 8. This would be 7, 6. That would be 1, 2. That would be 3. I mean, I could write in an awful lot of the puzzle if green is 5 now, because of this that I've found. And that took some finding. Oh, that's 4 or 6. This is 1 or... No, it's not a green line. It's a blue line. What are you talking about? Okay, if it was a 6, green is obviously high, and therefore it must be purple. If this is a 6, purple is high, and that's purple 6. Ah, that doesn't work. If this was a 6, green would be higher than 6 and would also be purple, because purple is high. So the 4 purples in box 9 would be in those cells, but we've got 6 here and 6 here. You can't put 6 into green because 6 plus that equals green. So this is not 6. This is definitely 4. And now we know that purple is low. Right, so yellow is high and green is 5 because all 4 highs have gone there. Finally did it. Wow, that took a lot of doing. Right, now I think this might unwind quickly. And I think often that's where the low Logic Masters ratings come from, because people forget the earlier struggles they had and remember how easy it was to fill in the rest of the grid once they got through. So I think we're okay now. We've got the 5s in green, which was what I suspected would happen. I mean, you could also solve this by having the same suspicion and just following through on it, but that's not logic. We won't do that on the channel. Right, this is high. These are low, so let's get rid of 7, 8, 9. That's low. 9 is placed in box thingy. So let's turn the yellows into oranges. Oh, I can turn all the purples and all the light blues into dark blue now. I feel like I'm going to do that. There we go, because dark blue is my normal colour for low. And these two have become orange. That's blue, and indeed is a 4. And every pair on this blue line adds to 5. So that is a 2, 3 pair because they can't use 4. That's a 1. Now that's the 1 in the row. Now I've got to do it in pairs. The trouble is all the pairs I have looking north-south are not actual pairs that add to 5 necessarily. So let's do some whispers, 2 and 3. I did this over here, and I maybe didn't talk about why I put an 8 there, because one of those has to be a 3. Same's true here. That's an 8. This is the only place 6 can go in the box, so that's a 7, which connects to 2. This is 6 because it's the only high digit we have left. Now, I can't put 6 there and connect it to that cell, so 7 there connecting to 2, 3, and that really unwinds a lot of digits in the bottom 3 rows on the whispers. So that is 1 or 2 connecting to 3 or 4 because it sees 4, 3 down here. This group of cells are from 1, 2, 4. Now, the digits they connect to make 5 don't include 2, so they are 1, 3, 4. The other digits in the column are 2 and 9. The other digits in this column are 6, 7, 8. I know their colour. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. So that's a 9 and that's a 2, and that's going to sort out some numbers. 1, 4, 1, 4. I'm just trying to make these pairs as they go through the boxes add to 5 now. That's now a 1, 3 pair. We can't have 1 on those cells, so 4 has come out of those. This 1, 3 pair makes that a 2, 4 pair. These are a 2, 3 pair, that's clear. This is not clear to me what that is. 2, 3 or 4, 1, 2 or 3. Okay, I've got 6, 7, 8 still to place in column 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 are a quad here as well. So actually I could colour all of these orange. And these, I mean, is there any point writing in all the candidates? Probably not. Still, it seems my fingers are making me do it. That's blue. Right, the 3 in this row is not in box 1 because of the 2, 3 pair there, so that's the 3. These are both orange and include a 9. These are all orange too and include a 9. 1 and 4 have to be placed up here. I'm probably meant to be able to disambiguate something with this other line. Tricky. Oh, those are both orange in the row. So these two are both blue and are a 2, 3 pair. Now, I know which way round they go. But that is probably not the important thing. The important thing is knowing that they add up to 5 and that the line N is 11, 12 or 13. This is 1, 8 or 7 by Sudoku, and we have to get to 11, 12 or 13. 1 will not work, so we now know that's high. These two are low and are a 1, 4 pair. We know the order, and this might unwind the other stuff. 4 comes out of that. 1 must therefore come out of this. We can place 1 in column 3 there, and that does unwind these pairs. 4, 2, that's now 3, 2, 3, 2. This is now a 1, so that goes with 4. 3 goes with 2. And I think all the blue digits in the puzzle are done. I need to write in one more 4. There it is. And these are orange, and that completes the colouring. And now I'm going to have to use this again. So what did I work out? 11, 12 or 13. 13 can be done by that being 6, 7, and that is the only way we can get to 11, 12 or 13 with 2 high numbers. So there we go. 5 and an 8 makes 13. So now that line works. In fact, we've finished all the lines in the puzzle. And now the rest is Sudoku, I suppose. That's an 8, 9 pair. That's the 7 in the row. This is a 6, 9 pair. Oh, this column needs an 8. That's a 9. This is a 6, 8 pair. Then I can write in 7 and 9. That is not 7 or 8. That's a 6. In this row, that's 8. That's 7. That's 6. In the box, that's 7. That's 8. I know I've been accused recently of going too fast sometimes, but you can always hit the pause button. 8 or 9 there, that's a 7. That sorts out 8, 7, that sorts out 8, 9, and that sorts out 6, 9. Now, no half-hour solve is ever going to get a vote from me as a 1-star puzzle. I thought that was pretty tough in some ways, but maybe I made a meal of it at the start. It'll be very interesting to know what your experience of the puzzle is. I thought it was great fun, by the way. I mean, we were frolicking, but not really rushing till the end, and that was good. Lovely puzzle from Nordi, as usual. No change there to the quality of Nordi's output, and really enjoyable. Thank you for watching, as always, on the channel. We will be back with more Sudoku tomorrow, and maybe streaming later in the week. Bye for now.